Hey, this is You'll Be Blessed. I'm here in my classroom this afternoon. It's my prep period. I just released my last chemistry class for today with 10th graders. And I just wanted to create a video real quick about a motivational moment that happened in my class. And I believe more teachers need to have these in their classroom or take advantage of these conversations when they do happen, because they're very spontaneous. All right, so let me give you this anecdote that just literally happened about an hour ago. All right, so one of my students came in and they said, so-and-so over here, I'm gonna just call him John. So a student comes up and says, John over here can make you mad about the Eagles. And I said, well, that's interesting. I wanna hear what he has to say that's gonna make me mad about, loving, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. And so I actually called him out on the spot in class because he was a Patriots fan. All right, so I wanted him to actually say what he had to say in public, because I actually had a predisposed response. And I wanted to put a positive spin on something that was trying to be negative in my classroom. Not that the student was trying to be negative, but it was more of, you got to take a moment and create positivity in the classroom. So the student basically said, well, the Eagles were the underdogs and they won the Super Bowl, so therefore they must be the equivalent of Donald Trump, because Donald Trump was considered an underdog during his candidacy, or during his election, the presidential election. And I had to pause him for a minute in front of the entire class, because I said, okay, let's put a positive spin on that, because the class kind of went into an uproar, because how dare you compare, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl to Donald Trump. And then there's also a lot of animosity against Donald Trump. And so that's one of the things I wanted to resolve in the classroom. And so this is how I killed this in the classroom today. I said, now let's put a positive spin on this whole underdog thing. Just like Donald Trump was considered an underdog, he came out on top in the presidential election. And just like how the Philadelphia Eagles were considered the underdogs and came out on top, you need to actually ride the wind and catch the wave right now, because if you've been feeling like you've been beat up by life, if you've been feeling like a failure and you don't think anybody's in your corner, then that means this is your opportunity to now ride that same wave that the Eagles are riding, ride the same wave that Trump is riding, and now you can be the top dog instead of the underdog. So, and the students really, really appreciated that type of conversation at the beginning of class today, because it was honest, it was motivational, and it's real. And I think kids really desire to connect with life on that level. And it's our job as teachers to be able to give them that answer when they're cracking jokes about, something that might actually be sensitive to other people. So, if you're watching this video, rewind it, watch it again, and believe that this is a word not just for my students, but it's actually for you too, you who are watching. If you're watching this video, I believe that you're supposed to be catching this word right now, and that if you've been considering yourself an underdog, or if any of your enemies or friends or foes have called you an underdog or treated you like an underdog, then this is the year for you to come up out of that. You are underneath a president who was an underdog and came out on top. If you are catching the pattern and the rhythm of what's happening in our country right now, with the underdogs and the Eagles coming up and rising to the top, you can ride that same wave. So make this your year to come out on top instead of feeling like you're beat up by life. All right, this is You'll Be Blessed. Have a great day. Live from my classroom. Just finished giving my students a motivational message about underdogs coming out on top, which could have been negative, but I turned it into a positive. Have a great day.